Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 15th of October. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Rider-Waite deck for this reading. Let's see what the cards want you to be aware of today and what energy you'll be working with. First card, Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, wow, and the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Pentacles is the element of earth. It's feminine, so it's receptive. It's about receiving and being open to receiving good things. And it has to do with your career, with money, with your physical health, with your daily routine, your circumstances, how rich you feel in life, how grateful you are, how well you feel within yourself, how you can see the future panning out, and being able to rise above your circumstances. And the first card is very much about that. You've got a stained glass window in this church here, and these two have been cast out. So this card is about rejection. It's about tough times. He's ill. He's on 2 crutches, so he can barely walk, and he's barefoot with some bandages in the snow here. She's just got a little shawl and she's freezing. She's barefoot. So the two of them have been put into a really difficult situation in their life. They're not connected to this institution that they were a part of. They don't have a roof over their head. They have no resources that they can draw on. And they really have to move forward until they're out of the cold. So they really need to keep pushing forward until they find an opportunity. And the good thing about the card is that the two of them stick together no matter what. So they may not be rich in a financial sense and in terms of rich friends who could put them up in their lovely houses, but they've got each other, and that's what motivates them to carry on. And that's why these two are always going to be okay, because they take care of each other and they support each other, and together they don't reject each other. So it's irrelevant in the sense that once they're out of the snow and once they're not in actual danger, they're not going to be wondering why this institution threw them out. Instead, it forces them to be independent. They learn to rely on each other and they can do their own thing. So if things are difficult for you in terms of your job or your finances, you're having problems paying your bills, or if your health is really bad at the moment, your mental health, if you feel like things just aren't going your way, people don't like you, you're guaranteed that there are people in your life who love you and who like you. And by asking for help or leaning on someone's support or accepting someone's help and support, you're really able to get through no matter what your circumstances are. So if you're one of the richest people in the world, or whether you're one of the poorest people in the world, it really doesn't matter. Whatever level you're at, as long as you persevere and you keep going. And these two don't really have a choice. The choice is lie down in the snow and freeze together, which they're not going to do, because each one is going to pick the other one up and say, we're not staying here, we're going to keep going. Or they can look at shelter, look at finding shelter, look at sorting themselves out. And by continuing to move forward, regardless of what your circumstances are, you land on the Seven of Pentacles, and sooner or later, you'll be able to reap the rewards of your hard work, of your efforts, and you're really going to find a way to take care of yourself and other people. So this is an amazing message that if you are in a difficult position work-wise, first of all, you're not alone. There are other people who are willing to help you with that. By accepting help and by continuing to work, you're going to be rewarded for your hard work. So in these two, the reward for walking through the snow for 5 hours away from this church is that they knock on this beautiful house, and luckily for them, this amazingly generous person lives there, and he lets them come in and stay for as long as they want until they're back on their feet financially. So they made the effort, and the odds are stacked in their favor. Other times they could have had the door slammed in their face and they would have had to keep walking. But because we've got the Seven of Pentacles, it means that you get something from your hard work. So the message is, if things are difficult, don't put them aside and don't ignore them. Confront them, face them, because you really have what it takes to turn your situation around and to work in a way that benefits you. And that's important, and that doesn't happen every day. People work for all sorts of reasons, to take care of family members in another country, or to pay the rent, or to pay medical bills, or whatever it is. Today, any hardships that you address head on are going to work in such a way that you're able to tweak them and change them so that you end up with a benefit. You end up in a situation where you have the power and you can say, I'm going to stay in a house or a church, or I'm going to walk for another 2 miles. You're not at the mercy of anyone else. You're in control of your life. And at the beginning, I mentioned that the element of earth is feminine. So it's about believing that good things can happen to you. And that if you take your own difficulties and you continue to chip away at them, you're really going to make a lot of progress today. And by the end of the day, you will have sorted out minimum of one problem in your life, if not more. Finally, the Knight of Pentacles is a court card. He represents character, certain kind of personality traits, characteristics, but he can also represent another person in your life. So the other person in your life could be the person who causes you the hardships. I am the church steward and I'm saying you two have to leave, bye-bye, and the two have to leave. So it could be that you're confronted with someone who seems like a problem to you. The message is, if you keep working with this person, even if you don't like them or if they're difficult, it's a day where you can actually change someone's mind, get them to see your point of view, and get them to grow so that they understand what it is you're doing. And that's going to have a positive outcome. It's going to benefit you. That's really interesting to get in a reading, because I'm someone who really believes that we are powerless over people, places, and things. So we can't really control what anyone thinks or what places are like. But we can persuade people, we can influence them, we can educate them. We can say, do you know what, I've been working in this call center 60 hours a week, and you've told me to manage about 10 other employees, and I've been doing that, but I'm still on the pay that I initially started on. Is that an oversight, little boss man, or is that deliberate? And what are we going to do about it? And by confronting a situation like that, you're really likely to get the kind of answer which is, oh, that is an oversight. Let's sort out your pay. And of course, I'm going to reimburse you for the work that you're doing and that you have been doing and that you will be doing. So you're able to address things in a way that actually makes a positive difference to you. The other way this could manifest itself, if this is the personality trait, the Knight is extreme because he doesn't really know what he's doing. Sometimes he stays in a job that he despises for 10 years because he's afraid of financial insecurity. And other times he'll have a great job and someone looks at him the wrong way and he freaks and he says, I'm not working here anymore. And he walks out and he abandons this amazing salary for a trivial thing. So the Knight of Pentacles overreacts. And if you're in some sort of difficulty in any of the areas I mentioned earlier, health, money, routine, then by using this extreme reaction, because if there is something difficult, you're going to really feel it and it's kind of going to burn inside of you. We've got a wand. I mean, they're crutches, but they're wands. We've got another wand, and wands are fire in the tarot. We also have all this red here. So by deciding not to turn your back on difficult things and saying, I'm going to handle this, you're able to channel this extreme energy into being productive and getting something out of it. And you're going to grow from this situation. And for the rest of your life, you're going to be able to say, do you know what? I was able to overcome this problem on Thursday, the 15th of October, 2020. It's now Friday, the 18th of November, 2028. I've done this before. I know how to deal with this problem. I've got experience. I've grown from this. I've learned from it. I will remember this for the rest of my life. So you're able to learn about your circumstances and how to overcome them and to please yourself. And because you achieve it on this day, you have this kind of under your belt and you'll be able to recreate it in future. So you really learn how to become more resilient today. Number-wise, we've got 5. And a court card is 1, that's 6. 6 and 7 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. And 4 is structure and stability in the tarot. It's the Emperor. So the person in charge, the person who is solid and secure. And you really learn something about yourself, how resilient you are, and how able you are to overcome your own limiting circumstances and to rise above them. And that turns you from the Knight of Pentacles into the King or Queen of Pentacles. So you're going to be a lot happier with one or more of these areas: work, money, health, daily routine, prospects for future employment, creativity even. All of those things. Not all of them. I doubt that you're going to see a huge improvement in absolutely every area, but it's really likely that you'll see a major improvement in 1 or 2 of those areas. So difficulty at work, you learn how to address those things and not run away from them, and you resolve an issue in your job, making your working life easier and making you feel more connected, and you solve another problem as a side effect because you get a raise and your finances improve. And that creates more stability and structure and a sense of, oh, I'm safe, I'm secure, I can relax. So you make a lot of progress in that regard. Have a lovely day. If you are questioning your job or what you should be doing for work in your life, if you have a vocation that you're missing, you have any other questions, you want to know when to travel, when to invest, relationships, family, health, spirituality, and spiritual growth. If you have any questions at all that you want some guidance on, then please get in touch with me for a personal reading. Go to gregoryscott.com and click on the button on the front page to audio reading with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.